I want to offer the idea of Christian Kirksey as a potential linebacker fit for Philadelphia, who landed on the IR the past 2 years and eventually was cut by the Cleveland Browns just a couple of days ago, but tested very well in 2014 at the Combine, ran a 4.58 out of Iowa, and I think has shown enough tape so if the Eagles could get him on a one-year prove-it type deal, could be a very good linebacker, a very cheap and a very smart move for Philadelphia in free agency. He was full-time with the Browns in like 2015 and 2016, like played all 16 games, and played very, very well in terms of third in combined tackles on the team, and also had 8 sacks and 96 solo tackles in those couple of years with the Cleveland Browns. So Kirksey is, to me, a free agent that not a lot of people are talking about, but could be a really good option for Philadelphia if they want to spend cheap, $5-6 million for a one-year prove-it deal. His injuries are not bad either. It's like a hamstring, and I believe it was a torn pec, so it's not like, he blew out his ACL or he has a knee problem or something like that. So look for Christian Kirksey this free agency period to be a name that's not going to create a lot of headlines. The Philadelphia Inquirer might not have it on the front page because we have bigger, fish to go ahead and fry, but at the same time, he could still be a very good player for Philadelphia going forward. Okay, more questions here. Let me get you guys questions going on here. Is there any trade-up possibility for Lamb? Seems like Arizona may consider him at 8. Yeah, the problem is I don't think we can get anywhere above 8 because you have the Chargers and the Panthers at 6 and 7 who are going to stay put and take the best player available. So I could see us the highest we could trade up would be 10. Now, unless Miami wants to trade back, like if Miami doesn't want a quarterback, which would shock me, then maybe you can move up to Miami's spot at number 5, but that's just going to be a big jump. It costs too much to go up there. I think the earliest in terms of the highest that we could go is number 10 to Cleveland, but at the same time, I'd be surprised if the Arizona Cardinals took a wide receiver at number 8 because they drafted Christian Kirk. Larry Fitzgerald's coming back. I don't think we need to go any higher than 10 to go ahead and get the wide receiver that we want, but I'm actually starting to lean towards CeeDee Lamb over Jerry Jeudy. I was a Jerry Jeudy guy from the start, but now I'm watching film and talking to draft experts. Like CeeDee Lamb might be the most NFL-ready wide receiver in this draft, even though he was out of the Big 12 and out of Baylor. So maybe CeeDee Lamb is going to be the pick that I want the Eagles to go ahead and get. Let's see. I believe we should stay at 21 and pick up the wideout from LSU, Justin Jefferson. Yeah, I'd be fine with Justin Jefferson. I had my draft expert, Jacob Brandenburg, on the channel yesterday, and he compared Justin Jefferson to Chris Godwin, who's a really good number 2 down in Tampa Bay alongside Mike Evans. So if he's Chris Godwin, I'd be all for that. That would be great. Kid says, T. Higgins ran a 4.43 today. Did he really? I didn't see that at all. Did they have their pro day today? He ran a 4.43 today. Everybody has stopped creating this narrative that he's slow. Have you guys seen this man play? He is amazing. I'm higher on T. Higgins than a lot of fans because they think like J.J. Arcega-Whiteside again, which is not true. I did not know that he ran a 4.3 though. If he ran a 4.43, then he's going to rocket up draft boards, but I can't confirm that. Can anyone else confirm that he ran a 4.43 today? There was a lot of other news in case you guys hadn't noticed going on. I didn't see that happen overall. Why haven't they re-signed Jordan Howard? Great question. I think that they're very confident in Miles Sanders, and they like what Boston Scott did later on in the year. And Howard, for whatever reason, they didn't use him. Like in the second half of the year, I know he was injured, but they didn't use Jordan Howard at all because of that injury. I just think that they're trying to get younger at running back, and I would not be surprised if they drafted a running back with one of their 10 picks in the NFL draft. What was J.J. Arcega-Whiteside's problem last year? No idea. Did not look ready at all, although you can argue our wide receivers coach and really our entire offense did not do a good job of getting our wide receivers ready to play at all. And I think it was more on the receivers than actually on the coaches, but I cannot tell you why Whiteside was a problem last year. Miguel says, I say trade up with Miami. Yeah, I would love to be at number 5. And let's just say this. If Chase Young was there at 5 and you could move up, I'd be all for it. But it's going to cost a ton to go up from 21 to 5. And that's my big problem with it. It would cost a ton to go up from 21 to 5. It would be probably a second, probably a third, maybe a player, and a future first. It'd take 2 first-rounders to go all the way up, and I don't want to give up next year's first-rounder. Eric Armstead, 10 sacks, can play D-tackle or DN. Yeah, I would love Eric Armstead out of San Francisco. They're going to try and re-sign him is what the reports are saying, but San Francisco has very little money in free agency, so maybe he doesn't work. Call me crazy. CeeDee Lamb reminds me of DeAndre Hopkins. Yeah, it's a very good comparison. I think CeeDee Lamb, if we could have any wide receiver right now and I was making the pick, I would take CeeDee Lamb. That's where I'm at right now. It would be CeeDee Lamb. Let's see. He never saw the field. I think you're talking about JJ. JJ was out there. They just never threw his way. If you're not producing, you're not going to see the field. Yes, I agree. Okay, so it looks like he did run a 4.4 at his pro day in terms of T. Higgins. So there you go. I mean, a 4.4 is incredible, and he's the biggest receiver in the first round with the best catch radius. So it'd be interesting. Do you think we can get Amari Cooper? You know, if we get Amari Cooper, then we're not going to be able to re-sign, or we're not going to be able to sign Byron Jones. I'd rather have Byron Jones than Amari Cooper. I'm actually getting off of the Amari Cooper train. I know we talked about Amari Cooper a lot on this channel. Great wide receiver. I think, one, Dallas is going to re-sign him, and two, there are just younger and cheaper receivers in the draft, right? We talk about receivers all the time. I would much rather have a young wide receiver who's not a former Cowboy than going ahead and giving, Amari Cooper $15, $16, $17 million overall. Okay, let's see. Both had time, 4.56, 4.43. Okay, man, pretty quick. I think that Justin Herbert is a better fit for Miami than Tua. Okay, I don't know. I don't know what a better fit is overall. No, I think Miami really wants Tua. I just don't know if he's going to be there at 5 because I think the Redskins are probably going to draft Tua. I hope they keep Corey Clement. I do too. Corey was great during the postseason in that Super Bowl run. He was fantastic in the Super Bowl. I mean, he got the touchdown pass, and he had that great run before halftime. Corey Clement was incredible in terms of that run. I agree. I hope that they keep him going forward. The only way we will go up is if we're getting a wide receiver over the Broncos. Yes, although the problem with that is Denver's at 15, but the Jets, Colts, and who's the other team? Jets, Colts, and there's one more. Raiders are like 11, 12, and 13. So you got to get ahead of them because they probably want wide receivers as well. What are your thoughts on Justin Jefferson? I think he's incredible. I think he's Chris Godwin. And I think that anytime you have a guy who's playing alongside Jamar Chase, who's a better wide receiver, who's going to return to LSU because he's only a sophomore, and he still catches 18 touchdowns, he probably knows how to catch touchdowns, and we need that here in Philadelphia. So I'm actually very high on Justin Jefferson. I don't want no Cowboy players to the Eagles, okay? I mean, I understand that, although Byron Jones is very, very good. I think we should stick to the draft for a wide receiver, okay? Yep, I agree with that as well. I'd rather have Slay than Jones for real. Yeah, but Slay's older is the problem there, right? So he'd probably be a little cheaper, but he is older. New third-string quarterback. No, I don't know why. No, I don't think we need a new third-string quarterback. Don't want any of those Cowboys. Okay, yeah, I'm with you on that one. Rashad Perryman, cheaper free agent wide receiver. Yeah, Perryman is very good. Is very good in terms of a wide receiver. He came on late in that season. He had 3 straight games of 100-plus yards. The final 3 games with Tampa Bay. That's, again, with Jameis Winston throwing picks and, not being able to see. Jameis is always, squinting, trying to look. He's like, I can't see the field out there. He's ridiculous. And also playing alongside, you got to remember, he's playing alongside better receivers in Chris Godwin and also in Mike Evans as well. So, Rashad Perryman, only 26 years old. I think that could be a great pickup in free agency. If we got Perryman in free agency, got a corner in free agency, and then drafted a wide receiver again at 21, you get 2 wide receivers in a corner. That is a fantastic draft overall, in my opinion, in terms of draft and free agency as well. Where you guys, where are you guys all watching from? Comment in the comment section where you guys are watching from right now. I'm very curious. Anyone in Atlanta? I'm in Atlanta right now. Anyone else in Atlanta? People are going crazy all around the country in terms of what's been going on in the news today. But I'm curious where you guys are watching from. Would you, this is from Say asked, would you have given up 2 first-round draft picks to trade for Jalen Ramsey? No, I would not have done that. What do you think? Who do you think needs to step up? Who needs to step up overall? Let me think about this. All of our backup cornerbacks. I think Rodney McLeod didn't play well last year at all. I think he's a free agent at the same time. If we re-sign McLeod needs to step up. And depending on who comes back at corner, whoever comes back at corner, they really need to go ahead and really step up as well. So yeah, that's where I'm at in terms of who needs to step up overall. Let's keep going here. 3 wide receivers in this draft. I don't know if we're gonna get 3. I think 2 at the most. Let's see here. I like Perryman, James Bradbury to the Eagles / Byron Jones. Yeah, I mean, Bradbury's not going to be that expensive. He'll be cheaper than Byron Jones, so that would make sense. Think about Michael Pittman from USC. I'm not high on Michael Pittman. There are a lot of better receivers in the draft than Pittman out of USC. Not bad. Hasn't had very good quarterbacks. I mean, USC's been just a revolving door of quarterbacks with injuries and stuff, so I'd rather have someone else. Massachusetts. Here you guys watching from. Austin, Philadelphia, and Pennsylvania, Salem, Oregon, Houston, Texas, Hawaii. Wow, from Hawaii. Congratulations, man. It's nice and it must be nice in Hawaii right now. Okay, what else we got? Waynesboro, PA. 3 wide receivers and 2 corners in this draft. All right, there you go. That's crazy. I really love Cre'Von LeBlanc. I do too, but at the same time, he didn't play a lot last year and didn't play well whenever he was in there. Is there any talk of HaHa Clinton-Dix? There's been zero talk of HaHa Clinton-Dix, the safety formerly of the Bears and also the Packers. Now, would he be good? Sure, he's a decent safety, but at the same time, there's been 0 rumors and 0 reports. I've heard nothing about HaHa Clinton-Dix. Sign Mariota to compete with Sudfeld, he'd be too expensive, and that's the problem, right? You want to give $4, $5, $6 million a year to Marcus Mariota, and then also create, again, this quarterback controversy, because some of you guys out there, and I don't know who, but you know who you are, if Wentz were to struggle, there would be the whole, should Marcus Mariota come in and play? Which is ridiculous. No, so that's why I don't want Marcus Mariota. What else do we have here? Quantico, Virginia is where Virginia Eagle is watching from. Grant Delpit at 21, what do you think? You know, I was talking to my draft expert, Jacob Brandenburg, and we did the video yesterday. If you missed the video, you should watch it, talking about the wide receivers. Off the air, I asked him about Grant Delpit, because a lot of people like yourself have been asking about Grant Delpit, and he basically said, listen, Thomas, Delpit's good, but he's not as good as everyone's saying he is. And that's not as good as everyone is saying he is. Fascinated me. He said he's bad at tackling, and he's bad one-on-one in coverage. He gets beat more often than not. So he's played against a lot of really good players, but at the same time, they say he's bad at tackling. He's not Jamal Adams from the Jets that everyone is comparing him to. He's not that good. So I think we might have taken a look at 21. They're probably better players overall. Do we redo the Jenkins deal? Josh asks, yes, we better. If we don't redo Malcolm Jenkins' deal, we let him walk or we trade him. I mean, people are going to be very upset, and the people that are going to be upset are going to be inside the locker room, which is very important. We don't want to mess up that locker room. Trenton, New Jersey, Copenhagen, Denmark. Jeez. What time is it in Denmark right now? I don't even know. Is it like late at night or is it early in the morning? Jesper, let me know what time it is in Copenhagen. I appreciate you following me. Chase Claypool in the 3rd round. Yeah, Denzel Mims would be a great pick at 21. Here's the deal. If you did not watch my video yesterday, Jacob Brandenburg, CBS draft reporter down in Texas, was talking about Denzel Mims, saying that he had the exact same measurables in terms of size and the exact same combine as Julio Jones. He's literally a carbon copy in terms of overall size and physical ability as Julio Jones. Now, he's not as good, but he might turn out to be a player similar. So I'm very high on Denzel Mims again. Let's see. You think Dillard is a bust? No, I don't think Andre Dillard's a bust. I think he just hasn't figured it out yet, or else we would... Or maybe you can go by the opinion that they're letting Jason Peters walk in free agency because they're confident in Andre Dillard. I had him as the number 1 tackle in the draft in terms of in the 1st round, so I was glad that we picked him up. But overall, I'm just surprised that he didn't play more last year, even though, because Peters, as much as I love Peters, he just can't stay healthy. He just cannot stay healthy at all. Mariota's not better than Wentz. I didn't say that he was. I'm just saying that if Carson Wentz struggles at all, there are those people out there who are anti-Carson Wentz people and are ridiculous who will want Mariota to play over Wentz, which is stupid, but that's why I say we don't want to bring him in there to go ahead and create that controversy. Did you like that video? Thanks for watching, but why don't you click this video right here, because we did it just a couple of days ago, and guess what? It's about the Eagles too. Like that video? Why don't you subscribe right down here? That way you're notified whenever we release more videos here on the Eagles Report. It's the fastest growing Eagles channel here on YouTube. Video, subscribe, click them right now. Go ahead, click them.